Okay, my Married at First Sight Australia fans, we got yet another chaotic dinner party. The group decides to turn on Claire and Adam as we had a very chilly cocktail party with the women taking sides and a horrendously awkward dinner party as this whole level of accountability ensues. Welcome back to Romance Review TV with Lady T, and I got another recap for you guys. Married at First Sight Australia Season 10, Episode 16. We're halfway through the experiment, and without any further ado, let's talk about this crazy episode. So, bad news travels fast when it comes to the cast members, especially when they're trying to set a world record as they sink their teeth into this whole fiasco of Claire and Adam kissing each other. Now, while most of the couples are briefly discussing the matter, there is a difference of opinion when it comes to Alyssa and Duncan. And Duncan, for him, is just two people who have done a really terrible thing, so they're both got to wear it right. However, Alyssa's stance is a lot more intense, and she says there's no way she'll be able to greet Adam and Claire. And she even got pissed off at Duncan, pretty much was getting frustrated with him in that car. I was not happy about that at all. Now, we also have our two newest couples, Taylor and Hugo, and Evelyn and Rupert. They're heading into the dinner party pretty much blissfully unaware of the explosive night that is about to ensue. As Claire, Jesse, Janelle, and Adam are probably four people who probably wish they could trade places with the new couples, but instead are going into tonight's dinner party with a whole lot on the mind. And then even though all four of them are part of the same square, they all have very different approaches to this particular issue. Claire is ready to rectify the mistake she made, but that might not prove to be difficult when Jesse just doesn't want to go to the dinner party.
I hate being the center of attention. I just don't really want to go to the dinner party tonight. I do not want to experience everyone watching everything I say. I'd rather sit by myself, to be honest.
However, with Adam, he has an imaginary leg to stand on and wants to share some information about his and Janelle's relationship that will supposedly kind of shed some light on things. But Adam, I don't know, you might want to take a step back because Janelle is going to the dinner party fully loaded. And what did she choose? Girlfriend chose chopsticks, which is also double as a hair accessory. And she says she's going into this dinner party the biggest, baddest B mood ever. And she certainly looked the part too. So now we move to the cocktail party and we have our brides and grooms enter the lounge, either unintentionally or intentionally split themselves into Team Janelle and Team Claire, and that whole separation caused enough tension in the room. Like Bronte said, you could cut it with a knife. And it pretty much gave an idea of how the crowd feel, especially when it came to newcomer Taylor, who have just been filled in on the drama and says there's no need to slam Claire when she comes in. Sandy thinks the best Claire can do is just own it. Really, Sandy? And the reason that I put emphasis on that with Sandy is I don't know if you guys caught my video I dropped yesterday where there was some released text messages between Sandy and Adam, and also journal entries that Sandy had where she already knew what happened that actual night because she saw it and never said anything. And I will link that video to give you full details if you missed it. So Sandy, you were pretty quiet and they really didn't give her camera time this episode, and they probably knew why. So Claire, however, finally makes an entrance that she's been dreading, and she gets a very frosty, icy reception. And I mean, Jesse even kind of struggled and it was awkward giving her a hug and a hello, and she wanted to talk to him, but he just wasn't feeling it right now. But guess who's coming in the door last? None other than Adam.
I think Adam is a bad person. I don't think he just did a bad thing because there was no remorse. Tonight, I'm on a mission. I need the closure. So, for the first time in this experiment, I'm standing up for myself.
Now, you think the reception that Claire got was icy? Well, when Adam walks in, everybody acted busy as if he was non-existent. I mean, Janelle took that wine and looked the other way. I think the only person that spoke to him was Rupert. I mean, Janelle, she took a swig of that wine and looked the other way. Alyssa didn't budge from her seat either. And at one point, Harrison even makes conversation with the fireplace to get out of speaking to Adam. However, Adam did promptly ask Jesse for a chat before he's made the sacrificial lamb at the dinner party. But Jesse, he's just not ready for that yet. So right off the bat, Janelle clinks her glass of wine, toast to her revenge, and she was like, I'm sure a lot of you have heard a lot that's happened this week, and I'm sure a lot of you want to know more. So let's start by hearing from Adam and Claire. And Adam, he went on and started it off.
I'm not going to put my hand up and say I was a friggin' cheat when I wasn't a cheat.
I genuinely don't think he cares. I think he says that he cares, but then if you care, you'd really care about Janelle. And all he wants to do is throw her under the bus. Like, it was hard to watch.
Yes, I kissed Claire, but I wasn't cheating at the time. From intimacy week on, we've had a real connection. Out of everyone that was involved in that situation, I feel more for Jesse in all of this because he came in.
Not your wife.
I would like to speak about my experience. I would appreciate if no one interrupted. I don't know what Adam's talking about because I compromised and tried so hard in this relationship.
Oh, I didn't.
Adam, please.
Again, no sincere apology. It was just, I kissed Claire because we were not in a good place. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Dude, the fact you have no empathy at all for this.
Because I know the truth.
I honestly didn't know how to feel. I was shocked. I thought we were in a good place. I kissed him goodbye before he left. And he had sex with me that night.
No.
His whole apology turned into, I guess, starting off as an apology, but then but it's your fault type of situation, which was absolutely crazy to the group. And then to make things worse is that the same night that he kissed Claire, he also went home to have sex with his wife, which was definitely not a good look. However, there's another party to this, which is Claire, and here's her apology.
I have no excuses for my behaviour. I'm really, really sorry to Jesse and to Janelle for disrespecting you. I'm sorry to everyone here for disrespecting this entire experiment. I'm really sorry that, Janelle, I lied to your face when you asked me if you had anything to worry about.
I can hear Claire breathing, like, really slow. She's trying to calm herself down. I can see her fiddling with her hands. So her body language alone, I can tell she's nervous.
I'm sorry that I didn't come forward sooner, Jesse. I really am. And it shouldn't have happened, and I'm genuinely really remorseful, and I'm really sorry.
There's such a difference between Adam and his response versus Claire.
Yes.
You know, she's hoarse and she's upset and she's saying, I'm sorry. And Adam's just saying, listen, you know, you've got it all wrong.
Well, we haven't heard from Jesse.
I mean, I've got nothing to say. All I needed to say, I said to Adam when I took him to mine, and I said to Claire the next day when she came over.
I up, and I'm just really sorry.
Mad respect to Claire for the balls that she has to come in and own it the way she has and to cop the flack. Like, that's what owning your mistakes and giving a genuine apology will grant you, you know? Bit of leniency from the mob.
I appreciate how you're carrying yourself like a gentleman, and you, I wasn't sure how you would receive that. I'm just grateful that it's you, and I'm really sorry that I wasn't front with you sooner. I just want you to know that.
She's vulnerable, she's soft, she's taken responsibility, remorseful. He's more receptive to that.
Yes.
So even though Jesse is hurt, he seems to have very much respect for Claire, especially since he said that she had the balls to come in and own it the way that she did. And it seems that there's definitely a bit of leniency coming from Jesse as he extends a friendly fist bump to Claire, and we see her kind of crack a smile for the first time the entire night. Adam is also after some leniency and asks again for a one-on-one chat with Jesse. At this point, Jesse is exhausted, but does give Adam the benefit of the doubt. Now, most of Adam's apology is just blaming Janelle, and Jesse's headache means most of Adam's performance sorry apology goes one ear and out the other. Now, Claire wants a moment with Jesse alone, and he is firm on where he stands with Claire. But he did say it was good on her for coming. It's the honorable thing to do. But don't talk to me about staying. He wants to go home. But he kind of changes his tune when Claire gives him a letter and an apology once again. It's actually the best apology he ever received, is what he told the cameras. And it's something he says that he wishes his ex-girlfriends could have done. The two of them share a sweet moment as they decide to sneak out of the dinner party early together. I'm wondering if there's going to be hope for these two at the next commitment ceremony. So remember when Harrison kind of swooped in and wanted to act like Dr. Phil or somebody, saying how Adam should take notes from Claire and her genuinely remorseful apology? Yeah, somebody is not sitting well with that response, and that's none other than Melinda, and she's not buying it.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
It was so bloody bizarre to even hear Harrison at the table, like, being this, like, voice of reason or, like, you know, the justice police. I mean, Harrison.
Yeah.
You've done a full swing, because I'm kind of not shocked, but a little, like, hearing a lot from you tonight. Because, like, what he's doing, you were at one stage doing on the couch not so long ago, right? And, like, you had the number and the girls before this. So have you just woken up and had this full, like, what happened?
Well, I came here to learn more about myself and try and be a better person, and that's what I'm doing. That's all there is to it, really. And I appreciate you noticing the change. Thank you.
Far out. Like, if Harrison's changed, I'm dreaming, but I call bullshit.
Yeah, Melinda, I think most of us agree with you on that one. It was one thing for Jesse to just be quiet and sit back and just let everything play out like it did. However, Harrison wanted to be the voice of reason when he just came out of something himself. And I guess you can kind of speak for our experience, but I don't know if Harrison is just there yet. Now, I gotta say, we can't forget about our two newest couples. First, we're gonna talk about Taylor and Hugo. She had the nerve to actually compare him to a little puppy dog. She stuck her foot way down deep in her mouth, and the other cast members at that table saw it and was like, oh man, this is not a good start. However, when it comes to the other couple, Evelyn and Rupert, they started off kind of quirky and awkward, and now they seem like they're becoming more and more connected. They're in a better place. So that's good to hear, and I'm looking forward to seeing them. However, the experts have their work cut out for them at this next commitment ceremony. Okay, so let's get the conversation started down in the comment section. Do you think that Claire and Jesse can rectify and move forward with their marriage? What's going to happen with Janelle and Adam? Because we have a commitment ceremony coming up this weekend. And then what about Sandy? She's been mighty quiet through this whole thing when she's been keeping secrets from everybody besides Adam and Claire has. Let me know your thoughts. So I hope you enjoyed this recap. Stay tuned for other recaps on this channel. And until the next video, like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you next time. Bye.